Hello, Lisa Muggeridge here again. After the video I put up the other day, I got quite the response, and it actually really made my day, and I was really pleased. So I thought I'd update you with what I'm going to do. From now on, I'm going to be uploading regular as clockwork on a Sunday and a Wednesday. Now, the two videos will be different. So on the Wednesday, it will be videos concerning the modern world. So that will be the playlist that I proposed when I discussed crowdfunding in advance for research materials, microphone and light. And I'm still crowdfunding £350 to cover research materials and some equipment just to kind of improve the production values of the video. But that playlist will look something like this. The first video will be concerned with political stability in the UK, and it's going to look at what is maintaining political stability in the UK. It'll look at domestic UK politics, particularly in the absence of an opposition, because we don't have one and we're not going to get one. The next video after that, which will go out the next Wednesday, will look at social policy systems, which is welfare systems, looked after children, local authorities, our health service, particularly in a post-coronavirus kind of world. After that, I'm going to start to look at the UK's international relationship. So first of all, there'll be a video which looks at our relationship with Europe and the US, because our position between Europe and the US is basically central to how we function as a country. And then the week after, I will be looking at our international relations, particularly looking at China, at emerging economies, and at the changing balance of world power and where we fit in that picture. And it'll be a 4 or 5 week series. And that's what I'd initially crowdfunded for. But the thing that really delighted me when that video went out was the response I got to deleting that history playlist. So I had done a playlist over Christmas, which was just me sharing some study that I'd done in private on lockdown, where I'd looked at religious texts as historical sources, and I'd tried to place them in a historical context and use them to weave together and mop up often. I found them more reliable often than secular sources, once they were read correctly and not taken literally. We've all got kind of problems with some of the top line of these texts, which can be pretty... But what I would like to do is, I had a few people say that they had really enjoyed that, and I would like to kind of expand on it and go a bit earlier and also look at some stuff that I've been looking at about the Eurasian steppe and the Mongolian steppe and Chinese history, and looking at China as our first kind of Neolithic superpower, looking at the emergence of Indus Valley civilization, reaching right up to Mesopotamia where the Bible and the Quran kind of pick up, and then looking at the development of what we call the Silk Roads, which is just the economic, social and political relationships between West and East, which are a lot more sophisticated and a lot older than we kind of give credit for. So on a Wednesday, the video will be about the modern world, and on a Sunday, it will be about history. So before I do that, I thought I'd do one final video in light of Labour's election losses. So that's going out tomorrow, which is Sunday, and it's just explaining why it is that Labour are unelectable, and that should be the final video that I ever have to do about the UK Labour Party and about the Twitter bubble that they kind of die in. And it just explains why it is that they're unelectable, and asks a few questions about what the implications are of that for the rest of the country in the period where they die away. So, and looking at kind of how that might happen or not, as the case may be, and what the dangers are if that doesn't happen properly. So that will be tomorrow on Sunday. I've left my PayPal and my Patreon underneath. I'm still crowdfunding £350 for research materials, time and equipment, so that I can improve kind of the production qualities of these videos. I'm actually kind of like, the thing is, this is the first time that I've ever produced content where I've actually started to think about people who are watching. All the analysis in those playlists was just in the middle of a political crisis, people had asked me to share some analysis. But this time, I'm actually going to be looking at scheduling videos and making sure that those videos are understandable, that they don't assume prior knowledge. A lot of my videos assume a prior knowledge because they're going out to an audience who actually know, where I assume they know stuff. And even if you can't donate via PayPal and Patreon, I'd really, really welcome your feedback on what you're looking for in the comments. And like, I kind of have a tendency to shut comments down and not to leave comments open. That's actually changed, and I'm going to start to try and not only leave comments open, but take time to read them and actually kind of respond to them. So please do feel free to leave feedback in the comments. Patreon and PayPal are underneath. Press subscribe and like and do all the stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. The video about the Labour Party will be tomorrow, which is Sunday, and then I will see you on Wednesday.